canvas. So we're going to turn this rectangle into a B, and it's going to be a B, and then at the very top we're going to have pipe cleaners to give it some antenna. So what we're going to do first, you're going to need a pencil. So before we start doing any painting, we are going to draw some lines to help guide us as we paint. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put a line across the middle of our canvas, just a straight line. So that's going to kind of separate the head and the body. So I'm going to work on my head first. So above, I am going to make just some eyes, and I'm going to make them really close together and kind of big. So I'm going to make a nice little oval, one oval, and then another oval right next to it. So there are my eyes. And then I'm going to put another little oval in each eye. From there, I am going to make some stripes in my body. So that line is going to be our first stripe. So I am just a little bit below that, I'm going to put another stripe, another line. So that is going to be our first black stripe. Now we'll do another black stripe. So we're going to have 2 stripes of black, and then the rest will be yellow. So at this point, you could put your pencil down. You're going to need to get your paints, some water, and some paper towels, just so you have a clean paintbrush. It's fairly easy to paint, or simple to paint our bee. We have 3 colors, white, yellow, black. And what we're going to do, we're going to start with the white. And the only white is going to be inside our eyes. So I'm going to take my bigger of my 2 brushes, and I'm just going to paint inside my eyes. So inside those 2 ovals, try and go around that little oval, but if you get a little paint into it, it's okay. So 2 ovals are done. Once I am finished with my white, I'm not even going to wash my brush because I'm going to paint everything above that first line yellow. And I'm just going to paint it yellow. And the little white that's on our brush helps the paint actually cover the canvas better, because yellow paint sometimes doesn't cover that well. So adding a little white to it, or having a little white on your brush, is a good thing. So because it's a bee, we're only using those 3 colors. We don't even have to mix any colors today. It's fairly simple. So there we have our bee head. So now what we're going to do is, so this next stripe we're going to keep black, and then the following stripe will be yellow. So I'm going to paint in between those 2 lines yellow. And I'm going to paint that bottom stripe yellow as well. Just putting a little more white on my brush to help cover. And if you get a little yellow over your lines, that's okay. So once I have that done, I'm going to wash my brush. With a clean brush, I'm just going to go through and kind of, if I have any chunks of paint, I'm going to just spread them out. Make sure you get really close to your eyes. Just spreading any chunks of paint. All right, so that looks good. Then I'm going to wash and dry one last time. So still using my bigger brush, I'm going to fill in the other 2 stripes with black paint. And if you'd like, you could use your smaller brush to kind of outline those stripes, but take your time and fill in those stripes. After you finish painting those stripes, you could find that smaller brush. And now we're gonna start doing some detail work. I actually moved the eyes so they're a little closer to me. So all I'm gonna do right now is fill in that smaller oval with black. So I just put a little bit of black on my paintbrush, and I am just going to outline that oval. Once I outline it, I could fill it in. And always, if you need to, move that canvas so it's easier to paint. Outline and then fill it in. I notice mine's a little different sizes, so I'm gonna go back, kind of even them out. While I'm there with my little brush, I'm just going to take some paint off of it, because for the next step you want to just have a tiny bit of paint. I'm going to outline my eyes. So I'm going to outline that first oval. Outline that first oval and work on that second. After I have those eyes done, I'm going to wash and dry my brush. Canvas around, make sure it dries a little bit. If there's any little areas, I need to go back and fix this little buddy. Alright, so the next step is my favorite step. We're actually going to use the back of our paintbrush. And with white, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a white dot in each eye. This kind of gives life to our bee. Makes them a little cartoonish. So you could put one dot. If you want to get adventurous, you could put two. And always put it on the same side as of the eye. So I'm going to let my bee dry for a little bit, and then when we come back, we're going to do his antenna. For the next part, we are going to add a little antennae on our bug. So you guys were given a pipe cleaner. I have a wire just because I forgot to bring home a paper cleaner. So what you're going to do is I just fold it in half. And then you are going to wrap the ends around one of your fingers to get a little curly curl. And you're going to just wrap it lightly around your fingers and then just pull your finger out. So there we have a little antenna. And all you're going to do is you could either glue it or you're going to tape it to the back of your canvas. And then you have your little bee, and your bee is done. So once your bee is done, your bee is done when it's dry, and then you could hang it up in your room and for a little springtime decoration. So I hope you guys had fun making this bee with me, and I'll see you soon.